It contains at least 10,000 bees. It's 3 pounds, and it has a queen in a cage. And we're going to take the queen out, the little sugar water feeder out first, and then we're going to put the bees inside the hive box. So that's their mother already, mother queen, and these other ones have to get used to her.
That's a nice.
All right, now, the reason I got the queen out like that, sometimes they put these staples on so hard to get this thing off. I just cut it sometimes if I had a sharp blade. So,
I got one in the truck.
oh no, I got it. But it's, you can see, they for some reason I always had trouble with that, and by the time you're fighting with it, next thing you know, you knock this off and you got bees all over it. So, the queen does look good. This is the time that I remember to take the cork out.
Oh, okay.
And when you guys were looking, did anyone see the difference between the two cork ends?
Yes.
Oh, the one has like a sugar.
Yeah. So we call it the candy end, or candy end would be good for now. So that's the side you want to take the cork out. On this side, that would release her if you just took it out, because there's nothing there. And I usually use anything skinny to get in there, and it pops right out. Just like that. There it goes.
There it goes.
Yeah. So something sticks in. So now,
this is where the rubber bands
comes into play, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's, like I said, a couple different ways to introduce the queen to a package like this, but this is the safest way I found, because when you go to put the next frame in, you're not blocking it, you know, where the bees can't get to feed it and keep the queen happy. I kind of do it this way, up and down, and you can put it upside down too.
And then they'll eat through the candy.
They will eat through the candy. It takes about 3 days.
Okay.
Sometimes after you check it in 3 or 4 days and they're not out, you can, and you think they accepted the queen, you can help with a paper clip or something and put a hole in it on the candy end, or just take the other cork out and then release it and it goes out. But I think they're gonna be happy with this queen. I just like this technique because you're not squishing it up with another frame and then they don't get the feeder. Like I've seen people put it in like this, and then when you put all the frames tight together, it's hard for the bees to get in the feeder.
Gotcha.
And there's other techniques, you can put them up on top and all that, but this is the way I've found to work easiest for me, and haven't lost the queen yet. So we're gonna put her in. We're gonna have you hold her for a second. Sorry, Queenie. We're gonna go like this, make sure she's still happy. And I don't want to leave her too far along without other bees to keep her warm. Everything is lined up, because once we start this next process, there's no turning back.
So then you don't put the other frames in?
Not at this time.
Okay.
In a few minutes I will.
Oh, okay.
Now, you got your mask on. My sister's taking the pictures. Make sure you get good pictures as they're stinging you.
I was going to say, all right.
I'll be all
She
right.
went out, got a hat, but she should be all right. She helped me do 8 of them yesterday.
Oh, you did eat them?
Yeah. So you bang them down once. And now you just let them roll out.
So amazing.
So you already sprayed them and everything?
Smoked them?
Washed them?
Oh,
I sprayed them earlier before I got back in the truck.
the sugar spray?
Sugar spray. Yeah.
Yeah. We gotta get that sprayer.
Now, if I was doing it, I would bang a few more times, but people get mad at me when I do it in front of them.
That's
So-
all right. You can do it.
It's okay, you can
We're
bang 'em.
okay.
Well, we can do a different method. Only because this
set
one's
it
low
in
to the
front?
ground, yeah.
Yeah.
You go like this, and they're going to smell the queen, and then just walk right up and go in, and then you guys get to see that too. Hopefully they smell it. And I'll get these in, close it up. And you guys want to take a look and
Yeah.
see how they start climbing so fast, and they went right to the queen. So they're happy to see the.
So how come the attendants? So they're from the same hive as the queen. I thought the queen was reared and put in the package, but the
Well,
attendants
if they come,
attack her.
you know, from
bigger.
the place down
Yeah,
in south, I'm not too
bigger,
sure where Mark got them from.
Uh-huh.
The packages I got, you know, they mix them up from all different hives.
Right.
The bees.
Did you see that?
gonna
How
be in
big
a
the
box.
back?
But the queen to take a few out of a hive box and take the workers or
The
make them
attendants.
attendants
Okay,
because
so
they
they
already
already
know
know.
that
Did you get
queen
it on film?
and they
You
won't be
want me to
trying to
turn
kill
it
her
so you can
inside
film it?
there.
Okay.
So that's sort of
Okay.
It's a little bit lighter
Awesome,
too.
man.
Here.
It's not as like dark as the other.
And close up. It's an unmarked queen.
Oh, one, so there's no
Yeah, you can
dot.
see see how big her tail is, like right there.
Yes.
Very good. Even if it hit the other one, other bees could still get to her
There's,
with
there's
being
eight,
covered.
there's 8 frames, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No. So be it. I was able to fit them in. Sometimes when I have the fresh comb, or not fresh comb, but the comb on the frames, it's hard to fit everything in and the queen. But in this case,
Yeah,
I
it
have
looked
plenty
like
of
it
room.
fit fine.
Yep, so I'm not going to change it. I mean, the ones I was doing with the 10 frames earlier and yesterday, you know, I would leave one out. And you see, are the bees climbing in yet?
Yeah.
That's the fun part to watch. The more. All right, I do have a feeder in this. Let me get this on so I don't have a large group of them up front.
So what, you got sugar water?
You know, I would show you real quick. Yep. But if not, the bees get in. And then I put this cover over. Yeah, and the bees would get in and drown. And it's just my type of feeder. There's a lot of different feeders, you know, you can use. But I try to get this part of it done quickly so the bees don't get in there, because once they get in there, they can't get out.
Do you feed them 1 to 1 this time of
This
year?
is 1 to 1, correct? All right.
All right.
I take this off now because they're going to be happy. They just want to get back to the queen. As I say that, I feel I'm going around my ears.
Yeah.
Yeah, during this process right now, have you gotten stung at all?
Yes.
Okay. Hands?
I got one with the Adam's apple yesterday. That's one of the first times I ever got stung there. And I didn't realize it until this morning. I was shaving. I still had the stinger. Just sticking.
Oh.
I mean, I was in pain when I was putting the package in, but I didn't think much about it. I was concentrating on the package, and I guess the pain went away from the stinger being in there. But this morning I found it.
So when will you go back in and check them?
In this case.
Come May, I'm waiting on a couple of nukes in May. By then, probably won't need pollen patties, do you think? Or maybe?
I don't use them very often, so I would say no. You probably don't need it because it'd be enough flowering out there.
Are you getting your nukes tomorrow?
I'm getting it from Bee-Works, Quakertown.
Oh. And it's not so bad, huh?
Yeah, because they're local,
Got it.
so they have to build them up still. They're not from down south.
Yeah, doing the same thing.
Any idea of what kind of pollen they're getting?
Well, it was yellow, so I don't know if it's the maple trees that are blossoming. Probably some type of tree. It's blooming right now. It's,
Cherry blossoms.
Because they don't care about like daffodils or anything that we see blooming.
well, I'll tell you what. If you come to the next meeting,
Okay.
we're going to have a guy that does a lot of with the flowers and pollination, and I'm sure he has other pictures. And Kurt has his diagrams and things. I'm not the best to ask. I just know they make honey out of what they're bringing in, which is good.
What is that, next Tuesday?
I'm just thinking of
It's the 9th,
The second Tuesday of the month. every
Right.
month at 7.
but it comes early this month. Close it up for last minute looks. I just kind of push them a little bit together, not tight because of the queen. I have a small opening on this entrance reducer,
Less on the ground than there
but
was before.
and it can take up to an hour to get them all in there. But no, I've left this much before and they get right in there. The ground gives them more motivation to find a home instead of staying in the box where they can smell where they've been for the last few days.
And that probably still smells from the queen as well.
Yeah, they have that fragrance and very little. I mean, once they get good sensing from the, you can see them at the end here now. They're finally starting to do it. They stand at the,
Oh yeah, you can see them.
you see them on their hind legs and
Yeah.
kind of fanning, and
Yeah.
they're sending out that smell to say, the queen's in here, follow me. But there's only a couple. Normally there's a whole row of them doing it and, you know, getting all this
called like
stragglers.
nozzling?
Nozzling,
Something like that. Nozzulating?
if I could have said it, I would have said it. And let alone spell it, but yeah, nozzling gland, and the bees smell it. I don't really get the scent of it too much, but bees do a lot with fragrances. And you might find out when you try to catch a swarm, they sell something called bee swarm. And that's like buying Chanel No. 5. You know, it's like $28 for a little bottle of a spray. But it works good to catch bee swarms. You spray it in and it has some type of smell that attracts the bees. So it's their fragrance. And that one I know smells more like lemongrass. But yeah, I think this install went well. They're not angry bees. They're one package I opened up yesterday. As soon as I opened up the top, they just came out and they weren't happy. My sister got a good laugh out of me.
Yeah. Yeah,
He's getting old. But it should work out fine. And that's mainly what this is for. We, as a club, went out and purchased the package just so we could train everyone with and get to see it in person. So it's a lot more fun to see it in person.
Oh yeah. just
Watching a video. Now we are trying to get a video of it today. I don't know how good it's going to turn out.
no, me
But
neither, but we'll
I'll get my
see.
better face here.
Did he say whether or not these packages were treated for mites before they were sold?
They were not. They recommend. Dave can say.
5 to 7 days you should do an oxalic acid treatment to these that you get the mites before any eggs or any brood starts.
Well, this.
That's a fairly new standard, I think, that they now recommend.
Yes.
They now recommend treating as soon as you can.
Well, you got a good chance to get them because they don't have a brood. With,
And when you start that treatment, it's one of those like every 4 to 5 days before treatments.
Well, that's in the
Test
fall.
after that.
That's in the fall. You don't
You'll
do
do
it.
that in the fall.
I thought that was strange bees. You
And
would
then
do
do one in like November.
It's one of the only times that you treat without even bothering to test is when you're installing the package.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the latest thing
Are
we
those
learned last
are
year.
those them little strips, right? The strips.
No, it's the vaporization.
Oh, it's the vaporization one.
Or the
Yeah.
drip.
Yeah,
Or drip.
oxalic
You can-
acid dribble, which they teach in beginner class, or as
You can
Dave said, vaporize it. You have to
It's
vaporize
a
it.
sublimation. It really is. But they say
oh my
vapor-
gosh! You used that big college word.
Yeah,
Sublimation.
sublimation.
This guy's closed back up. We fed these. As you see, Karen here. Keep her updated.
Oh, you did great.
Yeah, they were low on food. And yeah, we just put food in the other day and
Do
low
you
again.
need more feeding jars?
No.